I am so angry today, Leda. I tried to paint a beautiful picture of a strong horse, and it looks exactly like a very sick dog.
Oh, Sam, you cannot become a famous professional artist in one single day. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another amazing episode of the English Unscripted podcast. I am Leda.
And I am Sam, and today, my friends, we are talking about a very fun and sometimes frustrating topic: hobbies, passions, and trying to learn new things.
Exactly. We all need something fun and relaxing to do after a long, stressful day at work. And we have a beautiful episode planned for you today. We're dividing this podcast into 3 exciting chapters. First, we will talk about all the crazy new hobbies we tried and completely failed at. Then, in Chapter 2, we dive into the secret of finding your true, deep passion in life. And finally, Chapter 3 is all about how to make time for your hobbies when your schedule is very busy.
Wow, 3 chapters of pure fun. But wait a second, Leda. Before we start painting our terrible pictures today, I have a very special mission for our listeners.
Ooh, a special mission. Tell us, Sam, what do we need to do?
Well, if you really want to improve your English fluency today, you must treat this conversation like a heavy workout at the gym.
The English gym. I love that. So, how do we exercise our ears today, Sam?
It is very simple. The very first time you listen to us, just relax on your comfortable sofa and do a light warm-up. Just enjoy the funny story. But the second time you watch this video, that is when you pick up the heavy weights. You focus closely on the new vocabulary, you pause the video, and you make your English muscles super strong.
That is brilliant advice. Build those mental muscles, guys. Don't just listen once, put in the effort. So, back to your terrible painting, Sam. Why did you try to paint a horse?
Because I wanted to create a beautiful masterpiece for my empty living room wall. I bought very expensive colors, I bought a giant white canvas, and I spent 4 hours sitting on the floor.
Oh, Sam, let us pause right there. I think that's a very beautiful English word for our listeners today, a masterpiece.
Yes, a masterpiece. It's the absolute greatest, most beautiful piece of work created by an artist. It's completely perfect.
Like the famous Mona Lisa. Listeners, please practice this wonderful word and say it with me right now.
Say it out loud in your room, guys. Say it slowly.
A masterpiece.
A masterpiece. Sadly, my painting was definitely not a masterpiece. It was a total disaster. My hands were completely covered in blue paint, and my face was somehow bright green.
You turned into a green alien. But trying a new hobby is always very messy at the beginning. Have you ever tried a hobby that was not messy, like collecting stamps or reading old books?
Collecting stamps? That sounds incredibly boring to me, Leda. I need a hobby that has a lot of action and loud excitement, like playing the electric guitar.
Oh my goodness, please tell me you did not buy an electric guitar, Sam. Your poor neighbors.
Actually, I did. I bought a huge, shiny red electric guitar last year. I wanted to be a famous rock star and play in a big stadium.
A rock star? Oh my goodness, Sam, your poor neighbors must absolutely hate you. A loud electric guitar in a small apartment is a terrible idea.
They did hate me. The old lady next door knocked on my wall with a heavy broom. But honestly, I only played it for 2 weeks. My fingers hurt so much and the metal strings were very sharp.
Learning to play an instrument is incredibly difficult, Sam. It takes years and years of daily practice. You can't just buy the expensive, shiny guitar and magically become a famous musician.
I know that now. So my beautiful red guitar is just sitting in the corner of my bedroom, collecting a lot of gray dust. It's very sad. Have you ever bought expensive equipment for a hobby and failed, Leda?
Oh, absolutely. I'm definitely guilty of that too. Last winter, I decided I wanted to be a professional baker. I bought a very expensive mixing machine, special flour, and fancy chocolate.
Wow, I love chocolate cake. So, did you bake a delicious, sweet masterpiece for your friends?
No, I did not. I tried to bake a simple loaf of bread, and it came out of the hot oven completely black. It was as hard as a brick. You could use my bread to build a house.
A brick of bread. That's hilarious, Leda. We are both terrible at hobbies. I have a green alien painting, and you have black brick bread.
We're a complete disaster. But you know, it's very common. People get super excited about a new idea, they buy all the professional equipment on the first day, and then they completely lose their motivation when it gets difficult.
That's exactly what happens. We spend all our hard-earned money on the shiny tools, but we don't have the patience for the long journey. So how do we fix this, Leda? How do we find a hobby that we actually love and want to keep doing every single day?
That's the million-dollar question, Sam. Finding something you truly love takes a little bit of magic and a lot of patience, which brings us perfectly to Chapter 2 of our creative journey today. Listeners, put down your noisy guitars and your burnt bread because we're going to discover exactly how to find your true, deep passion in life without spending an absolute fortune.
Leda, finding a true passion sounds like a magical fairy tale. It is like trying to find a hidden treasure in a dark forest without a map.
You are always so dramatic, Sam. But I understand why it feels so difficult. We look at famous people on the internet and we think we need to be perfect on the very first day.
Exactly. If I am not an amazing guitar player in 1 week, I just want to throw the guitar out the window. It is so frustrating.
That is the biggest mistake, Sam. You cannot buy passion with a credit card, and you cannot force it to happen quickly. You have to look backwards.
Look backwards? You mean I need to walk backward in my house? I will definitely crash into the television.
No, Sam. You are so funny. I mean, look backward into your past. Think about when you were a small child, maybe 10 years old. What did you do for fun when you had absolutely no money and no internet?
When I was 10, I used to build huge castles out of small plastic blocks. I could sit on the carpet for 6 hours just building and creating stories in my head. I never looked at a clock.
Exactly. You did it just because it was fun. You followed your natural curiosity.
Wait, Leda, let us pause right there. I think that is a wonderful and important English word for our listeners today. Curiosity.
Yes, curiosity. It means a strong, natural desire to know or learn something new. It's that magical feeling of asking why and how, just like a small child exploring the garden.
Listeners, please practice this beautiful word and say it with me right now.
Say it out loud in your room, guys. Ask questions.
Curiosity.
Curiosity. You see, Sam, when we grow up and become adults, we usually lose that natural curiosity. We only want to do things if they make us rich or famous on social media.
That is so incredibly true. I bought the shiny red guitar to look cool and famous, not because I was actually curious about music notes. So how do I use my curiosity right now as an adult?
Start very small and start for completely free. You must lower your expectations. If you are curious about photography, do not go to the store and buy a heavy, expensive camera.
But professional photographers have giant lenses. They look like they're hunting wild animals in the jungle. I want a giant lens.
You do not need to hunt wild animals in your apartment, Sam. You already have a very smart and powerful camera right inside your pocket, your mobile phone.
My mobile phone? But taking pictures of my coffee cup with my phone doesn't feel like a real, serious hobby. It feels too easy.
It's supposed to be easy at the beginning. You go for a walk in the park, you look at a beautiful yellow flower, and you take a picture. You're training your eyes to see beautiful things.
Taking pictures of a yellow flower sounds very relaxing, Leda. But what if I get completely bored after exactly 2 days? I always get bored.
That's the beautiful secret, Sam. If you use your phone and you get bored, you didn't lose any money. You don't have a giant, expensive camera crying in your closet. You just try something else.
Oh, that is actually very smart. I can test 20 different hobbies for free. I can try writing a short, funny story, or maybe learning a brand new language.
Like our amazing smart listeners learning English right now. They're definitely not bored. They're using their natural curiosity to grow and learn something incredibly useful.
Yes, they are the real superstars. So the big trick is to play like a child again, without any heavy pressure to be absolutely perfect on the first day.
Exactly. You just need to enjoy the quiet process of learning. You need to laugh when you make a mistake, like your green alien painting, Sam. It's just paint on a canvas.
Okay, I think I finally understand. I need to explore for free, follow my curiosity, and stop trying to be a famous rock star overnight.
Yes, I'm so proud of you, Sam. You are finally thinking like a true artist.
But Lita, there is one huge, giant problem left. Even if I find a very cheap, fun hobby, I have absolutely no free time. I work all day at the office, I cook my dinner, I wash the dishes. I am so incredibly busy.
Ah, the classic excuse. We are all very busy adults, Sam. We all have a lot of responsibilities. But every single person in the world has exactly 24 hours in a day. It's all about how you manage those precious hours. Which brings us perfectly to the third and final chapter of our creative journey today. Listeners, check your busy watches and put down your heavy work schedules, because we are going to unlock the amazing secret of making time for your passions even when you feel like the busiest person in the whole world.
Lita, 24 hours in a day sounds like a lot of time, but I swear my clock runs much faster than your clock. I have absolutely 0 minutes for fun.
We all have the exact same clock, Sam. The problem is not that you have no free time. The problem is how you actually spend it. You do not find time for a hobby, you make time for it.
Make time? I am not a magical time wizard, Lita. I cannot just create extra hours out of thin air. I am exhausted after work.
You do not need magic, Sam. You just need to look at your smartphone, Sam. How many hours did you spend yesterday watching funny cat videos on the internet?
Oh, well, maybe 2 hours. Okay, maybe 3 hours of cats falling off tables. It's very relaxing after a long, hard day at the office.
3 hours? See, that is 3 entire hours you could use to learn the guitar, paint a green alien, or read a beautiful book. You just have to make your new hobby a real priority.
Wait, Lita, let us pause right there. I think that is a very powerful and important word for our listeners to master today. A priority.
Yes, a priority. It's a noun that means something is very important and it must be done before other things. If your health or your hobby is a priority, you will do it before you watch the funny cats.
Listeners, please practice this important word and say it with me right now.
Say it out loud in your room, guys. Choose what's important.
Pri-or-i-t.
Priority. If you really want to improve your life and your mood, you have to choose your daily priorities very carefully, Sam.
But Lita, after a long day of working at the computer, my brain feels like a heavy cooked potato. I don't have the energy to do something difficult. I just want to sit on the sofa and stare at a bright screen.
That's completely normal, Sam. Your brain is tired from making decisions all day. But starting a hobby doesn't have to be a giant, difficult project. You just need 10 minutes.
10 minutes? What can I possibly do in just 10 minutes? I can't even find my painting colors in 10 minutes.
You need to organize your messy room, Sam. But seriously, 10 minutes is exactly how you start building a strong habit. If you want to read a big book, just read one single page.
Just 1 page? That sounds incredibly easy. I can definitely read 1 page before I go to sleep. It's much better than looking at a bright screen.
Exactly. If you want to learn English, just practice one short conversation a day. Small steps become a long, successful journey over time.
Small steps. I really like that idea. It removes all the heavy pressure from my tired brain. I don't have to be a famous artist or a rock star. I just have to enjoy my 10 minutes of peace and quiet.
That's the true secret of a happy life, Sam. You do a hobby for yourself, to make your own heart happy, not for the internet to see.
You are completely right, Lita. I'm going to put my phone away tonight, ignore the funny cats, and maybe try to draw a simple tree on a piece of paper. A normal green tree, not an alien tree.
A normal green tree is a wonderful start. I can't wait to see it, and I really hope our amazing listeners are feeling inspired to find their own 10 minutes of joy today, too.
Yes, we want to hear all about your fun hobbies, guys. But before you go build a plastic castle or bake some hard bread, we need a little favor.
That's right. Listeners, the YouTube algorithm is a very hungry digital monster, and it only eats likes and comments. If you enjoyed our conversation today, please feed the crazy monster by hitting that like button right now.
Feed the algorithm monster, guys, and leave a quick comment below. Tell us what new hobby you want to try for just 10 minutes today. We want to know your secret passions.
We absolutely love reading your stories. Don't forget to hit subscribe to join the English Unscripted family. Have a beautiful, creative day, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.